this one. I didn't record last week's session. Before we begin, we are obligated by regulations to mention some sort of a disclaimer before or during the meeting that we're going to have, that forex trading carries a high level of risk. So you need to consult with a certified financial advisor before you make any transaction in the markets, and that any information that will be shared on this session is just for educational purposes. All right, or let me say it's how I see the markets, and if you see it the same way, good for you. All right. So let's look at the dollar index. Otherwise, we have a whole host. My watch list is about 11. I don't think we are going to go through all of them. But yeah, let's begin. US dollar on a monthly time frame, it is bullish. Current candlestick. However, you look at the week, it seems like sellers are in control, even though we're trading above the open. So let's go ahead and look at the weekly. Bullish as well. Obviously the daily will be bullish as well. So simply here, if you want to buying opportunity on the US dollar, I think this would be a good area to look for a buying opportunity from. Let's scale down to lower time frames. Let's go 1 hour. I think we have something. So there's this drop base rally here. Drop base rally. We had an aggressive push to the upside. So yeah, it would be nice to see if price can come down to these levels and then maybe push further up. However, what's currently near current market price is this. I'm also looking to short or to sell the dollar when it gets to this point, to this price point, right? I basically sell from here and buy from there. But it looks like we might mitigate 100 first before we go up. All right. Let's look at the dollar against the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, aka the loonie. Right. Monthly time frame. Yep. Let's check the monthly time frame. We're bullish, but once again, we see that sellers did come in strong on the current candlestick. Let's see, on a weekly, we're bullish. On a daily, we're bullish. So this means we need to be looking for buying opportunities. So the most ideal situation, as I always say, is for you to have all three candlesticks telling you the same thing. Sort of all three time frames telling you the same thing, that we're bullish or either bearish. But if we have one time frame, one or two time frames that tells you something different, then you need to follow the direction of the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame. But the most ideal situation is for all three to give you the same sentiment, if you will. All right, so we have a bullish sentiment, hence we need to be looking for buying opportunities. Remember, buy low, sell high. So if we have to buy, it will have to be around these areas, right? So after identifying that area, we step down to a lower time frame. And we also have a drop base rally here, a nice demand area to buy from. However, I don't know if whether it was from a 4 hour or two, or let me see, 1 hour. I think I saw something that looked like a potential selling area, which is this area here. Be interesting to see how USDCAD plays out. So once again, like the dollar index, if we get in here, I'm looking for selling opportunities, buying opportunities from here, probably to break this level because it would have been mitigated at that time. Hope I'm making sense. All right. What else can we look at? Let's look at GBP pound yen. Right, pound yen. As always, we start our analysis from a monthly time frame. So this is how I look at direction. I don't use trend lines. I don't use moving average crossovers. I just look at price. Who's in control between the buyers and the sellers, right? And looks like on a monthly time frame, the buyers are in control. On a weekly time frame, buyers are still in control. And on a daily time frame, it's a doji, but gray, which means sellers are in control currently, right? So what do? We follow the high time frame, which is the monthly time frame, bullish, and lucky enough, the weekly time frame is looking bullish as well. So somewhere down here, there should be a buying opportunity. So I just do that to give myself an idea once I go to the lower time frames of where should that area be located. So we have two zones here. We have this one and this one here. The best thing to go to do is to take the cheapest price. So you buy at the cheapest price and sell at the most expensive price, right? So planning for this trade, I'd look to buy from these areas, slope loss slightly below that zone. And I target a 1:5. This would be good enough. You can go all the way up here. That's up to you. But 1:5 is good enough for me. Okay. What else can we look at? Let us look at Euro CHF. So more on the currencies today. So much more focused on the currency market. So let us take away all the analysis. So from a monthly time frame, we are bearish. Weekly is bullish. Probably daily is bullish or daily is bearish. So what do we do? This contradiction. We follow the higher time frame, which is the monthly. It's bearish. We need to be looking for selling opportunities, right? Do we sell right here? No, we look further back for where we can potentially sell. I think this was the first area. So we'll follow down. We'll go down and follow the order flow to understand where would be the best area to sell. So here's current market price. This would be the most ideal, I think, furthest zone to sell from. But currently we have this. We have this drop and rally, a base and a drop. This is an interesting area. But was it on a 4 hour? Once again, where I saw, yes, I saw this area above. Yeah, most ideal area is that one. Short term, It could be this one here. I don't like it because it is around fair value. I think that could be much clearer if, say, we go to smaller time frame. So this fair value, right? So we can't choose the zone that's here. The most ideal one is the one that's up there. So go on a higher time frame. There we go. Most expensive price. Okay. What else did I have in mind? Was it CAD JPY, I think. Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. Score on a monthly. I haven't looked at the news. It's just understanding what's happening on the chart. So what the news normally do is they influence the decisions of market participants. So price will follow, I would say, the majority. If there are more buyers in that market, price will be pushing up. If there are more sellers in that market, price will be pushing down. Meaning, price is a human generated event. All price is a human generated event. News do not control the markets or price. They just invoke fear or greed. If they're fearful, they're going to sell. And if they are more optimistic or greedy, they are going to buy more, period. And if there's an agreement between the two, price will range like this, which is fair value. That is not where me and you have opportunities. Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen on a monthly time frame. We are bullish. You look at where price opened versus where it's trading. We're trading above the monthly open, so we're bullish. Same thing on a weekly. We're bullish. Same thing on a daily. We are bullish. So you look for a area to buy from. So generally you can go 5 candles back and look at a candlestick that has a significant body. So a small body, significant body, small body, but this is bearish. We wouldn't look at it anyways. Small body. So this is probably the bigger body. So you just mark the candlestick. You can mark the whole thing. You can just mark it like this. But the idea is so that when you go to the lower time frames, you have an idea of where your zone will be. And look at that. A very nice one. I think much better even on a 4 hour. It's a much bigger zone. On a 4 hour, let's see here. There we go. So we have that nice push, imbalance, fair value. Highlight that area. And you just wait for price to come to your area of interest. So you trade without fear. There's no need to panic, you know. There's no need to panic. You just wait for price to come to you. What else can we look at? I think let's look at the equities markets. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Hopefully I can get the E-mini futures. Let's see. Dow Jones is the US 30. US market is now open. See nothing on the futures. Oh, or let me just go US 30. For some reason, I like analyzing the futures chart. Let's use Blackboard. Okay. Going to a monthly time frame. We are very bullish. We are very, very bullish. Weekly, bullish as well. Daily, bearish. So we need to be looking for buying opportunities. So go 5 candles back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and look for a bullish candlestick that has a significant body size. So it would be this one right here. So you mark that and then go to the lower time frames. You should have your zone. See, it becomes very clear. You can even reduce it like that so that you can have a much better risk to reward ratio, right? Should market turn where it is right now, there's a potential um, 4.5, but I would just be slightly greedy on this one because I don't take anything that's less than 1:5 so that I'm protected on my losing days. Okay. So that's that. Let's look at gold. I haven't looked at gold in a while. Let's look at gold futures. So we are bullish on a monthly, but it looks like a doji. Bullish anyways. Bearish on a weekly. Highly likely bearish on a daily as well. Oh, we're bullish. So we'll be following the high time frame direction. So we go 5 candles back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this area looks more like fair value. So I would say as far as gold is concerned, this would be a main area to buy from. Um, Not somewhere here. All right, let's go to slightly lower time frames to see if we can get very clean zones. Yes, this is a nice drop base rally. Huge imbalance before market stalled up here. So at $3,200 per ounce on gold, this would be a very good area to buy from. Should you target the current high, a nice 1:7 at your disposal. What else can we look at? Let's look at a crypto. I don't know if we can look at XRP. Right, there's XRP. So, one strategy, all markets, supply and demand. That is the invisible hand that controls price. So we're bullish on a monthly, bearish on a weekly, bearish on a daily. So we need to be looking for buying opportunities, right? If we go 5 candles back here, we won't find an opportunity because this is fair value, right? So we need to look lower because we buy low, right? It's all high. So somewhere here in this huge candlestick, we are supposed to find a very good area to buy from. And voila, we have this area here, a very good area to buy from, right? If you are too ambitious, you can get a 1:9 or even a 1:10 if your stop losses are a bit tight. But I think this is good enough. Okay. Let's look at a stock. Let's look at the stock. Let me see if we can look at Boeing. It's pre-market. All right. So we have a stock Boeing. Company makes airplanes, mainly cargo and military airplanes. Okay, so we're bullish on a monthly on Boeing, bearish on a weekly, most likely bearish on a daily as well. So we need to be looking for buying opportunities. So we look back. So we have a gap here. We have that huge push. We have this area here, but it looks like fair value. So we're gonna mark these two areas. Yes, you don't need to go too far back in price because then it would take a long time for price to get there. And then we go to slightly lower time frames. So with investing in stocks, it's different. I'm gonna give you an idea here. So let's say you are interested in buying Boeing, which goes at current price is $202 per share. So you can buy here at 198, but there's a possibility that price won't push up from here. If it goes maybe a little bit up, break the zone, and then continues to this level, you can buy here again and then just wait for the share price to go further up. So you can just add on the position. So this is the strategy that most people who invest in stocks use. Right, looks like the zone is here. Yeah, perfect, because fair value, right? So either you can buy here, buy, add more to the position at that point. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately today someone said, can we look at Euro USD? Okay, let's look at USD. I was about to cut the session short. I have a meeting. I'm already late for it, but I couldn't miss this session. I hope I've given you guys enough. Let's look at Euro USD. There was a request for Euro USD. So Euro USD bearish on a monthly, even though it looks like buyers were in control. The wick is long at the bottom, right? Bearish on a weekly, bearish on a daily as well. This looks good so far. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Best candlestick to look at is yesterday's candlestick. So there might be an opportunity and yesterday's candle. So let's go to lower time frames to see if we can find something here. Does look like we will get something though. All right. Another lower time frame. Go lower until you see a clear area to sell from. So it does look like we can sell from this area because we didn't tap into it. Yeah, so there we go. We have a rally base drop. So that's Euro USD. On the upper side, let's go on a daily. Should you maybe be looking to buy this? I don't know. I think this would be the best area. However, it looks like we're entering another demand area here. So let's go down 10 frames again and see which area has potential. Does look like this one strongly because it has a gap. Um, Further down, let's see, 1 hour. Okay, Euro USD, should you want to buy, this is where I would buy it because this looks like fair value, right? So Euro USD, potential area to buy from. It's not an area that a trade that I would expect to break this high because there's a nice area to sell from here. So 1:5 here, I would be happy with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into today's session. I hope it was insightful. I'm still working on bringing back the 2 sessions a week. My schedule has been very hectic of late. Otherwise, I'm gonna upload this session. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.